Konnichiwa, Anime Senpai desu. Welcome boys and girls. Today we'll be looking at some of the wonderful animes that will be released in summer 2022. I hope this video can provide you with interesting insights on these upcoming animes, so that you can decide what kind of anime you want to watch. Alright, let's go. First off, we have sequel anime. Starting with Hataraku Maot-sama. It's a story about a demon lord who works part-time at McDonald's. Why is he working at McDonald's, you ask? Well, it's not because he enjoys getting free cheeseburgers for lunch, but because he was defeated by a hero and he now seeks to become the ruler of Earth by climbing the corporate ladder. The first season was very popular, top-tier comedy stuff. Despite its insane popularity, the anime studio just doesn't want to make a second season. Yes, I'm talking to you too, No Game No Life. Nearly 10 years later, our wish is finally granted. Keep praying guys, our wish might just reach No Game No Life studio one day. Rent-A-Girlfriend Season 2. Probably the only anime where everyone hates the male MC, but loves the female MC. I'm not lying. Everyone on Earth hates Kazuya. About Mommy though, she's a fucking whore who sucks dick. I'll always like Mommy. Overlord Season 4. Really? The 4th season? I wonder why it's so popular. Made in Abyss Season 2. A top-tier adventure masterpiece that won Anime of the Year in 2018. The story explores the relationship between a young girl and a robot as they brave through the dangers of the abyss to seek the truth. The main highlight of this series is the contrast between the cute fairy tale art style and the dark overarching plot. Not to mention, this anime has a somber and emotionally driven fantasy soundtrack. If you're not watching this anime, you're missing out a lot. Classroom of the Elite Season 2. ついに時が来た. One of the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse is making its return. Even though I've watched the entire season 1, the only memorable scene I can remember is the ending scene where Ayono Koji was being an absolute badass. I mean, that's the whole point of the show, right? If badass MCs are your cup of tea, you definitely want to check this anime out. I heard the story was really good in the second half of the light novel. There are other sequel anime as well, like Is It Wrong to Try to Pick Up Girls in a Dungeon? Season 4, Shadow's House Season 2, Love Live Superstar Season 2, Orient Season 2, Jashin-chan Dropkick Season 3, Card Fight Vanguard Overdress Season 3, Shin Tennis no Oji-sama OVA vs Genius 10, Shoot! Go to the Future, RWBY Ice Queendom, Urawa no Usagi-chan, Utawareru Mono, Futari no Hakoro, Tokyo Mew Mew. The next corner is the light novel Manga Adaptation Anime. My Stepsister is My Ex-Girlfriend. Wow! This title reminds me of the video titles in Orange YouTube. You're probably thinking, oh, it's just another domestic girlfriend. Don't worry, it's not a dumpster fire like Domestic Girlfriend. This anime is totally a rom-com with many doki doki moments. I wonder if there's a step bro I'm stuck scene.
Steve, you've gotta help me! I'm stuck!
When will Ayumu make his move? Another lovey-dovey anime adaptation by manga author Yamamoto Soichiro sensei. He also did other works like Takagi-san and In the Heart of Kunoichi Tsubaki, which was recently aired. This would be his 3rd anime adaptation. What a legend. The story revolves around Ayumu and Urushi, a shogi master. Ayumu vowed to beat her before confessing his feelings to her. Wait, that sounds weird. Oh, it's beat her in a game of shogi. My bad. Unlike Takagi-san, our main character this time is a chad who doesn't really know how to flirt but still somehow lands a critical hit on Urushi every time. My recently hired maid is suspicious. It's a slice-of-life rom-com that explores the relationship between the cautious Yuri and his wonderfully charming maid. If we look at the cast, the maid is voiced by Takahashi Rie, so I'm waku to see what kind of ara-ara voices Rie-sama brings to our ears. The next one is again a lovey-dovey anime. What is wrong with you, Japan? I understand it's summer, but stop being a dog in heat. The name of this anime is Call of the Night. It's a story about our protagonist, Ko, who had developed insomnia due to school affairs. Same bro, same. So one day, he took a night stroll and met the weird girl, Nazuna, who is able to tell that the MC is suffering from insomnia. Boys and girls, this is the part where it gets really spicy. Nazuna tells the MC that she can cure his insomnia and brings him to her house. Then, she goes on to share the same futon with the MC and says he will sleep like a rock in no time. Oh, I'm sure he's going to be rock hard the entire night.
Yeah, boy.
But little did the MC know, this horny lady is actually a vampire, and she has been craving human blood for a very long time. After the MC falls asleep, she leans over and bites his long and thick neck. A kimochi sensation ripples throughout the MC's body, bringing him to climax. As he climaxes, he obtains enlightenment and now wants to become a vampire just like Nazuna. But to become a full-fledged vampire, the MC needs to fall in love with Nazuna. And so a love story between a horny vampire and a sleep-deprived boy begins. To all the cute vampire chicks who's watching this video, I have insomnia and my blood is very tasty. You can call me at 1-800-PLEASE-SUCK-ME. The Yakuza's Guide to Babysitting, a heartwarming story about a little girl and her Yakuza caretaker. Our MC, Toru Kirishima, is the right-hand man of a Yakuza family. Due to his violent and aggressive nature, he has earned himself the nickname the Demon. One day, he received a special assignment from his boss, babysitting the boss' daughter. Why? Because his boss wants him to cultivate love and responsibility. Very wholesome stuff. Lucifer and the Biscuit Hammer. This anime is about a college student named Yuhi Amamiya, who is approached by a talking lizard who tells him to be a knight on one random day. His task is to protect the princess and defeat the bad guys. Yep, that's pretty much it. The original author is Satoshi Mizukami Sensei, who is best known as the creator of Spirit Circle and the anime TV series Planet With. I've watched Planet With and I really like the anime, especially the plot and the story setting behind it. It's weird, fresh, and unique. That's the trademark of every Mizukami Sensei's work, so do look forward to this. Futopiai, an anime adaptation of the original manga series Kamen Rider W. Yes, you get to watch the legendary Cyclone Joker scene in anime style. This anime takes place after the original TV series that ended back in 2010. Kamen Rider fans, you definitely don't want to miss this one out. And lastly, Shine Post, an anime about managing an idol group. The next one is everybody's favorite, the Isekai Corner. The first one is Isekai Uncle. 17 years ago, Takafumi's uncle fell into a coma, but he's now finally awake. The uncle then tells Takafumi that he actually got isekai into a fantasy world as some heroic guardian. Throughout the story, not only does Takafumi have to share the same room with his uncle who has magical powers, he also has to catch this dude up on 2 decades of history, like smartphones, high-speed internet, modern anime tropes, and the traumatic outcome of the 90s console war. I think this is a pretty interesting isekai theme anime, so you might want to check this anime out. Isekai Yakyoku, or Parallel World Pharmacy. After working himself to death at the age of 31, the former pharmacist wakes up as a 10-year-old child in a fantasy medieval world. He then uses modern knowledge and his divine powers to revolutionize the practice of medicine there. I've read a few chapters of the manga to get a grasp of it, and let me tell you, this anime is really hardcore. I'm pretty sure the author was once a medic and now he finds more passion in writing light novels than writing prescriptions. The next one is Phantom of the Idol. Our MC, Yuya, is known as the laziest performer in the Japanese music industry. He is half-assed, his dance is sloppy, and his blunt attitude has gained him so much haters that even Jake Paul is no match for him. Everything changed when Yuya met a girl backstage, or should I say, a ghost. The ghost is Asahi Mogami, who was once a beloved and extremely popular singer. So the MC has an idea. How about letting the ghost possess him whenever he's performing on stage? It's a win-win situation for both of them. This is kinda interesting, and I'll probably give it a shot. Vermel in Go. The story revolves around a guy named Alto, who's on the verge of failing the summoning magic class and repeating the year. One day, he stumbled upon a grimoire and accidentally released the sealed demon Vermel, making the demon his familiar. And so begins the story of a super hot demon trying to save the MC's grade and getting involved with his love life in the process. These 4 isekais are the only ones that are worth watching in my opinion. The rest are just your typical trash isekais, so pick your poison. My Isekai Life. I gained a second character class and became the strongest sage in the world. The story is about a dude who got isekai into a fantasy world, acquired overwhelming power and became OP. A harem in the fantasy world labyrinth. The story is about a dude who got isekai into a fantasy world, acquired overwhelming power and became OP. Black Summoner, the Berserker rises to greatness. The story is about a dude who got isekai into a fantasy world, acquired overwhelming power and became OP. Trust me, they're all the same. Now, let's head to the last corner, original adaptation anime, Teppen. The story is about three girls who love doing comedy and aim to be successful comedians like Kevin Hart. Engage Kiss, a comedy and romance original anime series written by the author of Saekano. If you watch the first half of the trailer, you would think it's a slice of life and romance anime, but in the second half, it turns into action and supernatural out of nowhere.
Yeah, they had us the first half, I'm not gonna lie.
The story mainly explores the love triangle relationship between our MC, Shu, girl number 1 Kisara, and girl number 2 Ayano. But it also comes with an occasional twist of supernatural and action. Just think of it as a combination of Saekano and Data Life. It has a great art style, beautiful character design, and the plot looks very interesting. This anime is definitely on my watch list. Licorice Recoil. It's an anime about cute girls working in a Japanese cafe in Tokyo, where they serve delicious coffee, sweet treats, and fight monsters? Recalling indeed. Luminous Witches, a music-themed anime that revolves around a group of witches who defend everyone's smiles and fight enemies with the power of music. Shine On Bakumatsu Bad Boys. The background of this anime is set in an era where samurais ruled over Japan. If you're interested in feudal Japan, you definitely want to check this one out. Prima Doll. The story is about cute robot girls doing cute things in Kurone Kote, a cafe located in the imperial capital's 5th ward. And that's all the animes that are coming out this summer 2022. I hope this video can save you some time unless you're a mad lad like Giguk. Please drop a like, subscribe to my channel, and I will see you at the next one. Sayonara, minasan.